Hello everyone, my name is Anthony, aka Tomo14. I am the coach of the Maine Red Clawitzers, and today I'll be bringing you post-commentary of my Week 4 match of the NES versus Rip Malone, coach of the New York Nuzleafs. If you missed my team builder, the description will be in the link down below. I also must apologize because this battle was supposed to be played this past Friday. However, I was having issues with my computer to the point where my computer actually corrupted and I lost all my data, basically losing all my teams, stuff like that, all my important stuff. And then to make matters worse, during the time I was waiting to get my computer fixed, I ended up spraining my ankle, had to go to the hospital for a few days, see that everything's fine. So I figured, now my computer's back up and running, get the match out of the way, as it's already been dragged along long enough. As you see, my opponent brings a team of Mega Glade, Superior, Empoleon, Crobat, Diggersby, and Sableye. And for those of you that don't really feel like watching the team builder, my team is offense is Protect 3 attacks, Life Orb Scolipede with Protect, Poison Jab, Earthquake, Rock Slide. Assault Vest Nidoqueen with Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Ice Beam, Dragon Tail. Physically Defensive Cobalion with Sacred Sword, Metal Burst, Thunder Wave, and Volt Switch. Physically Defensive Gourgeist with Will-O-Wisp, Synthesis, Seed Bomb, and Shadow Snake. Physically Defensive Druddigon with Stealth Rock, Glare, Dragon Tail, and Rock Slide. And Window Berry, Calm Mind, 3 attacks, Manaphy with Calm Mind, Scald, Ice Beam, and Energy Ball. So, before I even play this, before I show you the replay, I'm just going to say straight up that the battle itself looks like it's going to be very interesting, but you'll see as it progresses, it's going to become more prominent of what exactly is going to happen. So without further ado, I'm just going to hit play. So looking at his team, I'm thinking right off the bat he's going to lead off most likely with the Crobat, simply because my team doesn't really have a flying resist. I'm relying on a lot of physically defensive Pokemon. So I figured I'll lead off with Druddigon just in case he leads off with that Crobat. So he starts to lead off with the Empoleon. I didn't want to stay on the Empoleon predicting Freezing Ice Beam, so I switched to Manaphy. He goes for Flash Cannon, which I never really expected. He had Flash Cannon for the Mega Gardevoir, so I decided to Calm Mind the situation if I didn't switch out. So he goes for the Leaf Storm here. I eat my Rendo Berry, I live, and he gets a special attack boost. I go for Ice Beam, and it doesn't kill. Now, in case you wonder why it didn't kill, if you didn't watch the team builder, excuse me, that I was running physically defensive Manaphy, so I was uninvested in special attack, meaning that my Manaphy could not kill Superior from full HP without having at least 2 Calm Mind boosts, which I needed. So I couldn't kill from this range unless I got a crit, which unfortunately did not happen. So, and then looking at my team, I figured, okay, I don't have a switch into Superior, so it's either I sack off something else, hoping he missed like a Leaf Storm or something, or I sacrifice my Manaphy. So in this case, I decided I had no choice, so I decided to sack off my Manaphy in this turn. So down goes my Manaphy. So my next play here, I go directly into my Scolipede, figuring I would get a quick kill off. Now, here is where I made one of my biggest mistakes in the match, in my opinion at least. As I did say in the team builder that if he does bring Superior, he will most likely be substitute, because if I did bring Blissey, it would be a setup fodder for Superior, Leaf Storm, and Leaf Seed me for days on end, and I would lose in a 1v1 situation. And I feared bringing Blissey simply because of that, and if he brought the Sableye, I'd be walled by Sableye with all the taunt shenanigans, so I didn't want that. So My play here was either one of two things. Either I protect and hope he doesn't have substitute, or I poison jab and hope he doesn't HP fire me. Because I knew I already knew that he was hidden power fire superior. I had the feeling in the back of my mind he would be HP fire superior. So knowing that he had knowing that he had substitute, even though I didn't want to risk the HP fire, I decided to play conservatively and I went for the protect on his turn, hoping he wouldn't be substitute, and he indeed was substitute. So that kind of sent my entire game plan sent me further and further down the drain here. So now I have no choice after a speed boost to attack, break the sub with a poison jab, and then he eventually will now kill me with the hidden power fire. So I basically just wasted both of my offensive mons in this battle. So now I go out into my Nidoqueen here, thinking I ran some calcs beforehand, and I noticed that there was a roll on my Nidoqueen living a +4 superior Leaf Storm because my Nidoqueen was Assault Vest. However, the roll was not in my favor, as a +4 Leaf Storm does roughly 90% minimum to an Assault Vest Nidoqueen. And it's at this point I wish I was Scarf Nidoqueen simply because I would just revenge kill the superior and everything would be good. But instead I am Assault Vest, so I am going to just try to click Sludge Away here and just try to get rid of it. And instead he goes for the Glare, paralyzing my Nidoqueen. Hopefully I can break through. Unfortunately, I do not break through. So now I really have to hope and pray that my Nidoqueen can live a +4 Leaf Storm with Assault Vest on. And unfortunately, I don't. So he now gets the +6 special attack, and all I have left is just 3 Pokemon that are just fodder for Leaf Storm and Hidden Power Fire. I figured I did another calc before I went to Nidoqueen here, thinking if the superior would go down to a Shadow Sneak, and it turns out that my Shadow Sneak only does about 17% to a superior, which would not have killed superior at the range of HP it's at, so I was just trying to get rid of the superior because basically all of my other options were gone. I had no choice but to try to fight back, hope like a crit Shadow Sneak to get rid of the superior. Unfortunately, it did not happen. And he goes with 8 Hidden Power Fires my Gorgeist. I lose my Gorgeist. Then I go out into Druddigon, trying to get some momentum back. He Leaf Storms, of course I'm not living a +6 Leaf Storm. What's a resist in this case? And now down my last Pokemon, my Cobalion. He Hidden Power Fires, and that's basically it. So, needless to say, this was a very poor effort on my part. I thought I did enough to prepare for the superior. I mean, I had offensive responses, but I didn't really pack a switch in. And I feared bringing Blissey for the whole substitution shenanigans, which I did end up losing to. He was sub-Glare, not sub-Leech Seed, which was surprising. But I guess he really wanted to stop my Scarf Nidoqueen, as I did bring it the previous weeks. And nothing much more to say about this battle. I take my first loss, not the way I wanted to lose, especially considering all the stuff that's happened to me in the past couple of days. I'm now 3-1 with a differential of +2, and now I have a pretty short week coming up for my Week 5 opponent, where I play C.O. Cadellic, coach of the Cleveland S. Cavaliers. They are 2-2. I have to deal with Victini, Thunderous Therian, Scizor, stuff like that. So, This loss won't define me, but it will make me think more about what I need in terms of having more definite switch-ins. I had a lot of physically defensive Pokemon on this team, and I didn't really prepare enough for Superior. I just figured, okay, I have a bunch of offensive checks, and if I was actually tail low Manaphy, I would be in a lot better position than I was right now, as it dealt with the Superior. If he wasn't Scarf Diggersby, I would have killed it with a Scald, stuff like that. But nonetheless, I am 3-1. I take my first loss in a 6-0 fashion, which I was not expecting. It's been pretty hectic for me, but I will not use this loss as an excuse. I will not say that things didn't go my way for the most part, but I will rebound from this loss. There is no two ways about it. I will come back better. I will play like I have been playing these first 3 weeks. The Maine Red Clawitzers will rebound. So, with that, I'm going to be preparing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'll have the team builder uploaded hopefully sometime within the next couple of days. So, be on the watch for that. But until next time, my name is Anthony, aka Tone114, and I'm going to catch you guys on the flip side.